Om Shanno Mitra Shang Varunah Shang No Bhavatvaryama Shang No Indro Brihaspatihi Shang No Vishnu Rurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Over to you, Maharaj.
Hari Om. As usual, let us begin with our Guru Pranam. Om. Akhandamandalakaram Yaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Indeed, I am very happy to meet many of the devotees here from different countries. India, of course, there are many. Apart from my own mother country, I have people from devotees from South Africa, Malaysia, Singapore, and also France and UK. Thank you. And Ireland, of course, not to say about that, because the sponsors of this program or the host of this program are from Ireland. So it's a Dublin-oriented, a site that people can join. And now I find many people have joined newly also. In the last 2-3 months, many devotees have come to know about these Tat Padam classes. They have been joining in good numbers. Thank you everyone for taking your time to join the classes. As we know, the second Sunday, I should say, the second Sunday of every month and fourth Sunday of every month, Tat Padam classes are done with me. And the other Sundays and Saturdays, Tat Padam has got other Swamis. If you can approach Juma for the details, she'll be able to tell you on other Sundays and Saturdays who are the other Swamis are taking classes and what time. But you can get a brief idea about that. Juma, can you tell that?
Yes. Also on the on the first Sunday we have Swami. I keep forgetting his name. Sorry, Prithvish, can you help? The revered Maharaj from
Shantatmananda
Maharaj. Yes, sorry, apologies for that. Swami Shantatmananda Maharaj doing Kathamrita, readings from Kathamrita. And the second, the Swami Vimokshananda doing the dedicated disciples. The third Sunday, Swami Sarvastananda Maharaj doing Raj Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. And the fourth Sunday, Swami Vimokshananda Maharaj again doing for Seekers of God. And in the second and in the fourth Saturday, Swami Shantivratananda Maharaj of Dublin, he takes classes on Sri Sri Chandi.
So I am so happy to see how the Tat Padam group activities have grown, because with only once in a month it started and then it became twice. And then now it is 4 Sundays are fully occupied, and other than the 2 Saturdays are also done. So they have left only 2 Saturday slots. I don't know who is going to come in those things. However, I'm happy that I am the only one given 2 slots in Tat Padam. So thank you.
With your blessings, Maharaj. With your blessings, Tat Padam has grown, Maharaj. You are the godfather.
So we are very happy that Tat Padam group has been growing. Now, and as I told you earlier also, the second Sunday, we focus on the lives and teachings of the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. We have been earlier also telling again and again that the disciple in the sense, not in the sense of a person being initiated by Sri Ramakrishna. No. But here I have made it a dedicated disciples in the sense, a broad meaning, where I can bring people who are dedicated to Sri Ramakrishna during his lifetime. They came in contact with him and they were dedicated in their devotion to him. Not perhaps exactly initiated by him into mantra, but they were all devotees of Sri Ramakrishna. So among that series is going on now. So today we shall look into, or we shall study about Haramohan Mitra, one of the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. We say disciple in the broader sense because we do not know how he was initiated or not. But this Haramohan Mitra, I was going through this, they lived with God. The book written by Swami Chetananandji. It is an indispensable book for every Ramakrishna devotee. Everyone must have this book with him or her, because this book contains lots and lots of details, interaction of the devotees with Sri Ramakrishna. Yes, thunder is blowing now. So this interaction between a devotee and Sri Ramakrishna, and every devotee comes with his unique mental temperaments, and how Sri Ramakrishna deals with each of them in his unique way is a wonderful book. So in that book, all the disciples' page numbers I was looking. Surprisingly, it struck me, only Haramohan Mitra has been given only 3 pages. So the whole life of Haramohan Mitra we know only from these 3 pages. Of course, other sources are there in Bangla, etc., but they have been culled from those places only. Swami Chetananandji was a great monk in USA now. He is the head of the USA center called St. Louis in USA, near Chicago. And that Swami is a wonderful scholar in Ramakrishna, Vivekananda literature, as well as a research-oriented mind he has. So when he used to come to Calcutta, he used to go to places and do research. And some of the old photographs of Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji were all taken out, retrieved by him only. So we are all always grateful to that Swami who did a wonderful job in getting all these facts together. You see, English knowing people were not having much literature earlier about Ramakrishna Vedanta. So, Swami Vivekananda gave English lectures. They were all written down in stenographic language by Mr. J. Goodwin. You know that Goodwin. Recently, 4 days back, I was in Ooty. I went to Goodwin's cemetery where his body has been interned. That place I went. And I was so happy I took Dr. Nandini and her father also with me. And then I told them, look, Goodwin is staying in Ooty. How wonderful it is. You can see that what a beautiful stone has been given there. In it, it is written how Goodwin was a devotee and disciple of Swami Vivekananda. That portion has been written there. Not only that, Swamiji, before Swamiji passing away in 1902, Goodwin passed away at a very young age. And Swamiji wrote an obituary poem in name of Goodwin, and that also has been sculpted on the stone in that place. So we are very nice and we prayed, we told Swamiji's pranam mantra, by hearing which Goodwin will be very happy. So in that cemetery, there are, of course, others are there, but we saw Goodwin and prayed for all of them and came away. So this Haramohan's life you find, what I was telling was, Swamiji gave lectures in English. He wrote in English, so a lot of literature we do have. But what about Sri Ramakrishna and the other disciples? About them, only in Bengali language, the matters were lying there. It was singular, I should say, singular credit goes to Swami Chetananandji Maharaj, who culled from all those sources and brought it in English to the English-speaking world. So that has been a great, I should say, seva to the entire world. That's how Sri Ramakrishna's name and his devotees' name have been spreading all over the world. Now, so in his book, there's only 3 pages given to Haramohan Mitra. That means, much of the things about Haramohan Mitra are still unknown. We do not know. But a few incidents that he has quoted in the 3 pages that are worth noting. But before going into that short life of Haramohan Mitra, I would like to take up one philosophical point. The philosophical point is, God is all gracious, we say. God is all compassionate. God is Karuna Avatar, we say. He is full of Karuna. He is full of Kripa. He is a Kripalu. God is a Dayalu, compassionate. All those things we say. But can you imagine God with anger? Can you imagine God with Krodha, that is anger? And he is very much perturbed. And then he wants to punish you. That punishing God, do we have that? In Puranas, we find some glimpse of the gods who are all getting angry. So sometimes it is very difficult to imagine a Sarva Kalyana Guna Sampanna, like that we say about Lord Vishnu. Vishnu is who? He has got Sarva Kalyana Guna Sampanna. All types of auspicious gunas are in Sri Vishnu. But can you imagine that Vishnu gets angry? In his avatars, it is very surprising to note, in the other avatars of his, he was born as a baby to some parents, and then he started growing up as a child. The child leelas are there, and then he becomes a youth. He marries. Like that, these avatars, the lives are going on. Only in one avatara, he was not born at all. No birth, no parents. He just comes out from a pillar, of a stone pillar. The stone pillar breaks down and he comes out, not as a full human, half human body, half lion's body. You can understand this avatara, how difficult it is to perceive or conceive of an idea of God is full of anger. That Narasimha is such an angry figure. I recently heard from a devotee in Calcutta, there is an animation movie on Narasimha has been released in theaters. Of course, I don't go to theaters, so I can never be able to see that film unless it comes to YouTube. If you get any link to that film, please send me. I would like to see. It is called Mahavatar Narasimha. The name is. And in that animation movie, they show Narasimha and Hiranyakashipu, how they battle with each other and how Narasimha gives moksha to Hiranyakashipu. All those things we see that. We know from the Puranic stories also the story of Prahlada. Prahlada's father was anti-Vishnu, and how Vishnu comes in the Narasimha avatar, and then he gives grace to him by means of his anger. The anger of God is always auspicious, mind you. Though it is anger to us, it will look to us as he is disturbed, he is angry, and he is not doing proper work, but it is not so. So the wrath, the anger of God is very, very beneficial to the devotees. So one such a story comes to my mind in Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam contains lots of Vishnu stories. The Vishnu lineage is being brought out. Many avatars and many kings of Surya Vamsha is being dilated there. So you will find that one of the king was called, is the king, and he was Mandata's line, let's say. Then Surya Vamsha, there are many kings have come. The Surya Vamsha is none other than the lineage where Lord took avatara of Sri Ramachandra Murti. So you must remember that Sri Ram belonged to Surya Vansh. So he is called Surya Vanshi. So that he was born in a Raghu Kula. In Raghu's lineage he was born. So in Raghu's lineage, starting from Vishnu, there are starting from Surya, there are many, many kings have come. And they all ruled from Ayodhya and all over India and all over the world. It is at that time, whatever world was known, they were all ruled by these kings. So the kings were very, very ambitious, and they were ruling the countries for many, many years in a most dharmic way. When you see Ram's ancestors, Ram's father Dasaratha, his father Aja, then his father, if you go on to the several stages in the lineage, you find there are beautiful, wonderful kings from them. One of the king was named Ambarisha. Ambarisha is the name of a king. This king was, in Bhagavatam says, this king took hold of and he showed his power to the entire globe, it says. It doesn't say about the countries, this country, that country, name, no name. He was the king of the entire globe. So it's called Ambarisha Chakravarti. Chakravarti means one who is a king, not of a particular kingdom. He is the king or in charge of the entire globe. He is called Chakravarti. So Ambarisha was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. And even to hear this story, you should have made punya, otherwise you would not hear. Those who have come here on the class and hearing this story, they have done definitely some good karma. Otherwise, you would not hear this story. This Ambarisha story is so valuable. So what he did, he was very, very specific in practicing religious values like Ekadashi Vrata. We all know Ekadashi Vrata has got a special place in Ramakrishna order and among the Ramakrishna devotees. Why? On the Ekadashi day, we do some upasa and then we do Ram Nam Sankirtanam on that day. Every ashram does Ram Nam Sankirtanam. Even in a hospital center like Shava Pratishthan, all the sadhus would go to a separate place in one room, sit there and sing Ram Nam Sankirtan on Ekadashi day. Of course, our nursing school, the girls would sit there and they would chant Ekadashi because we don't have a temple there. The temple, the hospital itself is a temple where humans are worshipped. All the patients are worshipped as gods. So even in that place, we used to chant Ram Nam Sankirtan on Ekadashi days. So this Ambarisha was very fond of observing these type of vratas. So once upon a time, the story goes, he was observing Ekadashi, and there are many types of Ekadashis have come nowadays. But in the olden days, according to the Puranas, Ekadashi in its true value, true spirit, or true form, Ekadashi Tithi starts on which day? Then the whole day and night, and then next day when sun rises on Dwadashi, till that time Ekadashi goes. That means nearly or sometimes more than 24 hours Ekadashi is being observed. So next day sun has to come. You sight the sun, do the sun worship. Then only you can complete the Ekadashi Vratam. So Ekadashi Vratam has got certain rules. Regarding food, you should have absolute fasting. That's the first rule. So some people got up and they said, no, sir, we cannot do absolute fasting. Why? Because we are having some diseases. We have to take some medicines. And doctor has said medicine should be taken after taking food. So what to do? So relaxation was given. Okay, you people take something, not a rice or gehu, or you can take something else. Like that they would guess. So the exceptions became more now. With the result, now the real Ekadashi Vrata, I do not know how many people follow. I followed for 12 years Nirjala Ekadashi. For 12 years I followed. And then 13th year, I had gallbladder problem. And the surgeon told me, stop this doing Ekadashi, he said. So from that day onwards, Ekadashi left me. So this strictest rule you have to follow. Even in the hectic hospital work in Itanagar, I used to follow this wonderful Ekadashi Vrata. And I have seen the effect on me by following these Ekadashi Vratas. This is wonderful. From morning onwards, the day Ekadashi falls, from the morning sunrise onwards to the next sunrise, without a drop of water, can you remain? That is the strictest Ekadashi. But then later, people have added, according to the inability of the people to rise up to the ideal, what they did, they started giving exceptions. So with the result, in Ramakrishna's time, one peculiar Ekadashi was there. It was called Krishna Kishore Ekadashi. Anyone remembers about Krishna Kishore Ekadashi from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna?
Yeah, Luchi Tuchi Khawa hoto na. He would have a lot of puris and
No. That is not Krishna Kishore.
Okay, then I don't know.
Who can tell? Krishna Kishore Ekadashi is a famous term you find in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Krishna Kishore is the name of a devotee who used to visit Sri Ramakrishna. So Sri Ramakrishna makes fun. One devotee comes and tells him, today is Ekadashi, I'm fasting. Then Ramakrishna asks him, are you fasting Krishna Kishore Ekadashi? He asked him. Then Yam asked, what is that Krishna Kishore Ekadashi? Because he knows Krishna Kishore also. He also used to come to Sri Ramakrishna. Then he said, he used to keep fruits before him. He would eat fruits only. No rice, no roti, no chapati, nothing. Only fruits. How many fruits? 1 dozen bananas, half a dozen apple. And like that, Sri Ramakrishna gives a list. So all those fruits he used to eat for Ekadashi day. Then what type of Ekadashi it is? So Sri Ramakrishna makes fun of this. Ekadashi means you should not eat anything. Upavas. Instead of upavas, you are eating so many fruits. Then what type of Ekadashi it is? So he would make fun with Krishna Kishore. That is used to say. So in mission also we say, if any brahmachari comes and tells him, Maharaj, today is Ekadashi, I will not come when the bell goes. I would ask him, is it Krishna Kishore Ekadashi? Then he would smile. Because Krishna Kishore, lot of fruits you can eat. So like that. So Ambarish was not like that. Ambarish was a great man to the letter, as we say in English, phrase, to the letter of the script. He used to do that Ekadashi. So now you see, this Ekadashi Vrata, because you are following strictest rules, he has to finish Ekadashi also according to the rules of the Shastras. So what happened? It was about another 10-15 minutes are there for the exact time to finish Ekadashi. And the finishing Ekadashi, that is called breaking the fast. In English we call it breaking the fast. How do you break the fast? You have to eat. Because you have not eaten 24 hours, the breaking the fast is done by eating. So all the things are kept ready for eating. And the time has to come. Before he could even sip the water, there arrived Durvasa Muni at that very moment. When the breaking time is nearing, Durvasa Muni came. Now a Muni coming and a king like Ambarisha cannot sit quiet. He cannot say, wait there. I finished my breakup of fast and then I will come and meet you. No, he immediately got up and took his water in pots and then washed his feet and then put in garlands, etc. and made him sit. And he said, oh, the sage, you are great sage, because Durvasa, everybody is afraid of Durvasa. Apart from the bhakti towards him, Shraddha towards him, all the kings are afraid of him. Rather, all the kings and devotees are afraid. Why? Durvasa is a very short-tempered man. He was born short-tempered. So, who can help him? The moment he finds anything, even a hair type of here and there, it goes. He will immediately curse you. And the curse is terrific. You know how he brought Harishchandra from the seat of his throne to a Smashan Ghat as a gatekeeper of the Smashan Ghat, as a burner of bodies. How Harishchandra was brought up. There's many instances are in Durvasa. So this Durvasa Muni has come, so he worshipped him. And by that time, the time is nearing to break. And then Durvasa says, okay, you have invited me so nicely to come and have food with you because you are going to break the fast. I accept your invitation. But wait. I will have to go to Yamuna. wait for me. He said, now Ambarish was stunned because will the time wait for him? Will the Amavasya wait for Abdul Qadir? Like that one proverb is there. The Amavasya cannot wait for Abdul Qadir because it has to come and go, it has to go. Tithis cannot wait for anybody. Time and tide wait for none. It's English proverb is there. Time and tide wait for none. They come and go on their own way. So this Ambarish was put in a dilemma. Now he is a great king with full of dharmic principles. Should he wait for Rishi Durvasa to come back? That means he is breaking for the fast cannot be done at the appropriate time. Time will not wait for him. So he will be incurring a sin. Or should he eat? Should he eat so that when the Rishi comes later he can eat? Like that, can he eat now? That also he cannot do because he has already told him, I will come and eat with you. So he has to wait for him. That means the time will go away. Then if he eats earlier, he will be showing dishonor to the Rishi. Will the Rishi keep quiet at that time? He is a very angry Rishi. So what he will do, he will curse him. So afraid of the curse receiving, Ambarish was in dilemma. And only 1 minute is there. So he asked the Pandit who was doing the puja, what to do now? Is there any solution? He said, there is one solution prescribed in the Shastras in this type of dilemma. What is the solution? Solution is you can sip water of this Kanika water. Only this is, see, this portion is called, this portion, whatever water can hold, that portion you can sip. If you sip the water, generally before eating, you are supposed to sip water thrice. Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu. Like that you have to sip. So water sipping starts your food taking. You may not touch the rice, roti, etc. But sipping the water, what it signifies? It signifies the beginning of your food eating. The meals have come now. Meals eating has started. But since you have not touched the food, actual food, only the water you have sipped, it can be interpreted as you have not broken the fast. You are waiting for the Rishi. So this is what given to him. So Ambarish was very happy. So he took a sip of water in his mouth and he was sitting waiting for the Rishi. The Rishi to come. Rishi comes, of course, next day. Till that time he did not eat. That's a different story. But then next day Rishi came. Rishi is a Jnani. Durvasa is a great Jnani. And he was also a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. And it is said Lord Shiva's Ansha came as Durvasa Rishi. That's why Rudra, Shiva's another name is called Rudra. You know, Rudra means one who makes others weep. That is called Rudra. That is the word meaning of Rudra. One who makes others weep. He will give you so much of kashta, so much of difficulties, suffering, and he will make you weep. And then he will remove all those things by drawing you near him. That is Lord Shiva's grace. So that Lord's Ansha, Shiva's Ansha is Durvasa. So when Durvasa came, he understood King Ambarish did not keep up to the rule. He sipped the water. By sipping the water, he has taken the food. Immediately the anger came. When anger comes, no question of logic can work. No law of logic. So what happened? He immediately took one small strand of hair because he has got a big dadi and a big jata, juta, etc. So he just took one strand and threw against Ambarish. And that small strand of hair became a demoness. Huge demoness she became. And she wants to swallow Ambarisha. And Ambarisha was not at all disturbed. That is the greatness of King Ambarisha. In that family only Rama came, mind you. Rama cannot come in an ordinary king's families. The lineage must be such. So Ambarisha was completely unperturbed. He was sitting there. And then he saw the demoness, not at all fearful. Why he is not afraid? Because he knows I am a Vishnu Bhakta and Vishnu is there protecting me with his chakra. Every deity has got a weapon. If I am a Murugan devotee, what I will say? Murugan's veil is protecting me. If I'm a Shiva's devotee, what I will say? Shiva's Trishulam is protecting me. Like that, every deity has got a weapon. So Ambarisha thought, Lord Vishnu's chakra is there, that will protect me. I don't care for any demoness or anything. So he was sitting quite unperturbed. And the demoness was about to fall upon him to eat him. At that very moment, the chakra came and destroyed the demoness. The chakra was moving. Now chakra is not an ordinary weapon, mind you. It is not a weapon like as we prepare in Israel, etc. We prepare weapons. Not like that. This weapon is a adhyatmic weapon. The weapon itself is a concept, actually. It's an idea. That idea works. What is that idea? This weapon chakra is revolving round the clock. What does it signify? It signifies time. Time is moving. That is what the chakra reveals. The chakra signifies the time. So the time cannot wait for anybody. It goes on, and it sets right all the imbalances in this world. That's why chakra is used as a ayudam, as a weapon of Lord Vishnu. Because Lord Vishnu's duty is to preserve this universe, not to destroy. He is the Poshan Karta, Palan Karta. That's why he has got a chakra that will remove all the imbalances. So this chakra, what it did, it turned now towards Durvasa. Because you sent a demoness to kill my devotee, how dare you? The chakra is asking. And the chakra turned towards Durvasa. Durvasa took to his heels. Now he is running everywhere. Nowhere the chakra is living. Chakra is following him. And that is such a terrible fear. Suppose somebody follows you all the time, what you will do? Will it be okay? Will it be okay for you? Even for human beings. Suppose a dog follows you, you will not mind. But if it comes inside a house and it follows you everywhere, you go and you will be terrified. That's what happened. Chakra is coming behind him and Durvasa is running and running and running. Wherever he goes, the chakra is not stopping. Finally, he goes and falls at the feet of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is sitting there. He says, "Oh Lord Brahma, please save me from the chakra of Vishnu." Brahma says, "What a childish way you are speaking. From Vishnu only I came. If Vishnu is angry on you, who can do anything? I cannot do anything." So he opened his two hands, said no. Then he ran to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva also says, "No, I cannot save you from Vishnu's wrath. Vishnu's wrath, you have to satisfy him. Then only it can be set off." Then he comes and then he falls at the feet of Lord Vishnu. And the chakra is standing behind him to cut him to pieces. And Vishnu says, "What's the matter?" As if nothing he knows. That's how Vishnu behaves. Vishnu is a very top diplomatic. So he always behaves like that. So when he said this, then this Durvasa tells all his what has happened, etc. Then he says, okay. See, I cannot do anything, Vishnu says. Now Vishnu's chakra is going to kill him, and Vishnu says, "I cannot do anything." What is it? Bhagavata gives a beautiful sloka. I will narrate the sloka for 2 minutes because you will understand what is the divine will which cannot be going against the devotee's will. You must understand this. Then only we will be appreciating the glory of God. The Bhagavata says in the 9th canto, 4th chapter, 63rd verse, 9.4.63. You can see that. There it is, Bhagavan Uvacha. What Bhagavan says, "Aham bhakta paradinaha." He is telling to Durvasa Muni that you are coming that I should save you, but I cannot save you. Why? I am bhakta paradinaha. I am under the control of my devotee. Then he says, "Swatantra iva." Swatantra. I am not independent. We say God is independent, is it not? That is our concept. But the Lord himself says in Bhagavatam, "I am not independent. I am not Swatantra. I can do whatever I want." No, I am Paradina. I am under the dependence of my devotee. And I am Aswatantra. I am not freedom at all. I have no freedom at all. Sadhuvir grasta hridayaha. I have been caught. Why I am not swatantra? Why I am not have freedom? Why I am not independent? Reason is sadhuvir grasta hridayaha. Sadhus, that means good people. Sadhu means good people, not sannyasis, mind you. Sadhu, the sadhus, they have possessed me in their hearts. Devotees have possessed me in their hearts. They are keeping me in their hearts. So I am not independent. So bhakta jana priya. I am very dear. And to me, who is dear? Bhakta jana. You know, we say that adiyark adiyen. In Tamil, there is a beautiful phrase. In Vaishnava literature, we find that adiyark adiyen. Not only the Lord's servant, but servant to servant. That's why our Hanuman used to say, dasanu dasa. Rama's dasa, to him I am dasa. To that level they go. So that he says. So he says, bhakta jana. One who is bhakta of the bhakta, to him he is my dear to me, so I cannot do anything. Then Durvasa says, there is no relief. Then he says, no, there is a relief. Go to Ambarisha, fall at his feet and say that you have done mistake. If Ambarisha excuses you, you are saved from the chakra. Otherwise, chakra will be behind you. Then Durvasa runs to Ambarisha and falls at his feet. You see, Durvasa is a Dvija. Dvija means Brahmana, twice born. He is a Brahmana Rishi and he falls at the Kshatriya king. Ambarisha's feet, he falls down, holds it that, hey Ambarisha, please protect me. And Ambarisha was such a wonderful king. He says, oh Rishi, what you have done? You are a Dvija and you are falling at my feet. The same thing Rama told in Goswami Tulsidas Ramayana. Hanuman comes first. Sugriva tells Hanuman, you go and find out who are those two young men who are walking so brilliantly, so graciously, like a kings, they are walking. Who are they? Go and find out. So Hanuman takes a Brahmana Vesha, a Pandit Vesha. He takes, and then Hanuman comes and speaks to them. And when Hanuman meets them, so he makes pranam to the both of them. And then he's standing there and asking, putting his hands together, I see you are wonderful young people. You are, from where you are coming? Who are you? So then Ram says, I am Dasarath ka beta. I am a son of King Dasarath. Like that his conversation goes. Then Ram tells Hanuman, don't you come with your original form? Then Hanuman was stunned. First time Hanuman meeting Ram, he was stunned. He said, how do you know that I have some original form? Not this is the real? No. You have taken a Brahmana Vesha and I am a Kshatriya. You are falling at my feet. That itself shows you are not the original Brahmana. So come out, who are you? Then Hanuman comes out as a monkey form, he comes out. So you see, there is some type of great respect in those days, Brahmanas, the Dvijas, had in the society. So people used to respect them for their austerity, for their knowledge, for their guidance, etc., etc.
Thambi Besar Maharaj, our speech.
So many good qualities are there. So all these things are to be understood. So this Ambarisha was such a great king. He was stunned that Durvasa falling at his feet. And then he took him up and then he said, hey Durvasa, don't do like this. Who am I to excuse you? There's nothing that everything is quite okay, I'm quite okay, etc. Then they come to a compromise and finished. So here you find the anger of Lord has got a particular purpose. Why I told this story, such a big story today, is because there is nothing much to tell about Haramohan. But in Haramohan's life, one thing happens. What happened was, when Haramohan came at the age of 16, 17 years to Lord Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna was so fond of him. Not because he was a good-looking boy. He was a handsome boy, no doubt. He was a classmate of Swami Vivekananda. So Vivekananda and Haramohan were together, studied in the same school and class. But Ramakrishna loved Haramohan for his wonderful divine qualities. And suddenly this boy turned worldly in nature. He got married, and then Sri Ramakrishna says, I don't like to speak about Haramohan because he recently got married, and now he goes and does purchases to marketing, etc. He does for his wife. Like that, he makes fun of him, Haramohan. So this Haramohan, finally, when Haramohan on the 1st January, 1863, on that 1st January, on that day, when Ramakrishna became Kalpataru, Haramohan also was there in the Kashipur garden house. He goes and makes pranam to him. And then he says, then Ramakrishna touches his heart and says, not now. And he denies that grace to him. So Haramohan did not get this. But later on, we read from Chaitranya's book that Haramohan was blessed by Sri Ramakrishna. And that changed his life entirely. Entirely means what? He did not become a monk. What he did, he was a grahastha. No doubt he was a householder, but he became entirely devoted his life for the seva of Swami Vivekananda. This is what I am finding in Ambarisha's story. In Ambarisha was, Sri Ramakrishna was like Vishnu. Ambarisha was like Vivekananda. And Durvasa is Haramohan. Just imagine the story. And all his life, Haramohan served Swami Vivekananda so faithfully and loyally. Whatever Swamiji used to tell him, Haramohan used to do it. They are classmate friends, you understand. Of course, same age. But Haramohan did all his activities towards Swamiji as if Swamiji was his guru. And he was the person who first brought out a Bhagavad Gita translation in Bengali. In the world, this is the first translation that brought out. And then he told Haramohan, then Haramohan published Chicago Addresses of Swamiji. He brought out a volume, and then he used to distribute free of cost to the public. Wherever he would go, he would hand out these books. Like that, many publications he brought out on Sri Ramakrishna and Swamiji. Not only that, he was very good in English. So when Brahma Samaj one member wrote a book on Sri Ramakrishna's life, where he has had some critical comments about Ramakrishna, which was unnecessary in that book. He's writing the life of Ramakrishna, so you don't need to criticize Ramakrishna in that. But the Brahma Samaj member wrote something. So it was Haramohan who stood up in the society and spoke against that. And he wrote an article against that Brahma Samaj member, how he wrote wrongly about Ramakrishna, not knowing the truth of Ramakrishna. So he defended Ramakrishna movement till his death. Such a wonderful person, Haramohan. There are many things are there. He even went to Holy Mother. He had such a great devotion to Holy Mother. Holy Mother's hands he saw, her bala, that bangles that has become very much strained. And then he gave his money, personal money, and made a new bangles and gave it to Holy Mother. And for Radhu's marriage, he gave some golden ornaments also from his wife. So you can see how he was devoted to Ramakrishna movement. Latu Maharaj went and stayed in his house for about 6 months, completely continuously. How much that lady, that Haramohan's wife, should have served Latu Maharaj so wonderfully. So this life was a blessed life. Later, we find that by serving Swamiji, Haramohan became a devotee whose name has to be taken even today. We are all indebted to Haramohan for serving Swamiji so faithfully and loyally in Calcutta. So finally, Haramohan passes away. And other than these 4-5 incidents, not much is known about Haramohan. Though Haramohan Mitra family is a very honored family in Calcutta in those days. Yes. So that's what the story goes on. So I am only giving you a glimpse of what I read from that book. So I would request you, if you have that book, if you don't have it, just get one copy. Even online you get it. They Lived with God by Swami Chaitanananda. And read that paragraph, that passage from that book, and then see that today it's 3 pages only. Just read it and get an idea about how much Sri Ramakrishna's grace has worked through Haramohan in service of Swamiji, his own disciple. That will be a wonderful thing. Thank you very much. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.
Namaste, Maharaj. Odam Sariyaitsa, Maharaj.
Oh, you are bringing my mind from where to the body level. Oh,
Sorry, Maharaj.
Pavitra is from Chennai. Pavitra is asking me, how is your health? I said, you are bringing my mind from such a lofty level to the body level. Oh, what is that? Yes, thank you for your concern, loving concern. I appreciate your concern. So every devotee is so lovingly concerned about my health. Thank you. My health is, as it was before I went to the specialist. The specialist told me, whatever other doctors may say, this is required for you, that surgery is required for you, etc. I tell you, he said, you don't require any of those things. You don't require angiography, you don't require angioplasty, you don't require stent, you don't require pacemaker. You just continue the medicines given by Dr. Nandini. That's all. Okay. He said, so that's all I have.
Yeah, and the good news is showing on your face. You're beaming with delight.
I say,
So
I cannot see myself like that. Thank you for compliments. Yes.
Pranam Maharaj.
yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Tell
Pranam
me.
Maharaj, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I cannot see you.
So Maharaj, there is another book in Bangla from Swami Chaitanya ji, which says Shri Ram Krishna ke Jerup Dekhiyachi, which is translated in English also. This is also a wonderful book, Maharaj.
I say, what is the English title? Do you have any idea? What is the title in English?
Maharaj, it is Sri Ramakrishna as we saw him.
Oh, Sri Ramakrishna as we saw him. Okay.
Yes, by Chaitanya ji.
In that, Haramohan's version is there?
I don't know, Maharaj. I have not.
My
I read only the Bengali.
Connection is bad, Maharaj. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's all right. So, Sangeeta from Calcutta, she has suggested another book also, apart from this book, that Sri Ramakrishna ke Jaman Dekhiyachi. As we have seen Sri Ramakrishna, as we saw him. So that book also is a wonderful addition to our knowledge. If you get it, please purchase and read it.
Any more questions? Anyone? I think because we have this and you announced it, Maharaj, so they're all being kind and nobody asking any questions. I truly appreciate as we're in a hurry.
Namaste,
You have?
Swamiji. I have one question, Maharaj.
This is the
Yes,
book.
yes.
Yes, they lived with God. Correct. That's the book.
He bought it, Maharaj.
Yes.
In Kamalpur.
Yes. Please go through that. Today itself you read that live, 3 pages only.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Somebody has a question? Go ahead with your question.
Namaste, Swamiji. Namaste, Maharaj. Pranam, Maharaj. Rajeshwari Kanchi.
Rajesh has come from Kanchi.
Please, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. Pranam, Swamiji. Maharaj, I can't talk in English, so I'm in Tamil. Maharaj, Ekadasi Varadam வந்து அம்ரிசன் வந்து தண்ணி கூட இல்லாம அவர் விரதம் இருந்தனால அவருக்கு அப்படி ஒரு அருள் கிடைச்சது. நாங்க இருக்கிறோம், பட் வி கான்ட், என்னால அந்த மாதிரி தண்ணி கூட குடிக்காம எல்லாம் கண்டிப்பா முடியல. ஐ டேக் சம் ஃப்ரூட்ஸ், சம்திங் லைக் தட், டீ லைக் தட். அப்போ அதுக்கு பலன் இருக்குமா இருக்காதா சுவாமிஜி?
Very good. So Kanchipuram, you all know that's a famous city of temples, town of temples as they call it. So from Kanchipuram, Rajeshwari has raised a very genuine doubt. The doubt is, Ambarish Rishi was doing Nirjala Ekadashi Upas. He was a king and he could do it. But due to our failings in body, we cannot do that. We eat something, some fruits, we take some tea, etc., etc. So will we be also protected by Lord as he was protected? That is a question. Will he have the same result? That's a good question. I tell you, no concern for doubting or anything about Lord's capacity to protect you. You are a devotee and you are doing. Because of your inability to have 24 hours fasting without even a drop of water, it is not recommended also. So now you can take. Now, who is allowing you to take? Now I tell you. So our President Maharaj, Bireshranji Maharaj, approved during Ekadashi days, offered food as prasad, you can take, he says. He gave a rule. He is a Rishi. For us, Vireshwanji is a Rishi. So Rishi Vakyam, what he says, on Ekadashi days, if you can't fast completely 24 hours without even water, then you can take prasadi food. Prasadi food means fruits offered to the Lord in your own home or in a temple. You bring the prasad and take that. No harm will come. No harm will come. And if you are under medication and you have to eat something and then take medication, we ask that. Swamiji, our brahmacharis are also following this, but sometimes the medication need to be taken. What to do? No problem at all. If the medication requires some food, please have that food. Then he told, what is the meaning of upavasam? We say upas. Upas means fasting. That is only a outside external meaning. Upa means nearby. Vasa means stay on, reside with. That is called vasa. Vasa means residing with. So nearby residing with whom? With the Lord. On the whole day, if you don't see cinema, if you don't see television serials, if you don't put your mind on story novel books, etc., you keep your mind away from all these external distractions and put your mind wholly on the Lord. That is staying nearby the Lord. That is the correct upasa. So don't go by merely the external meaning. He clarified to us. So since the Rishi has clarified, we take it, this is okay.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you. Pranam.
Pranam Maharaj.
You want to have a question, Shomo Mukherjee?
Sorry, Maharaj, I got disconnected. And I connected again.
Yes, so I have a question regarding this
Ekadashi.
Vishnu, Lord Vishnu not being able to be free to do whatever he likes, the reason behind it. So the question is it possible that because he is living in everybody, through everyone, so everyone is his children and everyone is his house, so he made all the rules and everything, so that's why he is not being able to alter anything, and that's why the freedom is not there as it is supposed to.
Okay, you are going beyond the reason. He says, I am Bhakta Adina, he says. He doesn't say all those principles that you are now telling. He says, I am Bhakta Adina. I am under full dependence on Bhakta. If Bhakta says, you kill him, I will kill him. If Bhakta says, don't kill him, protect him, I will protect him. Because Adina means what? Adina means under you, under somebody. That's called Adina. So Lord is our leader. We are under him. So that's why the Lord says, no, I am under the devotees. Now in Tamil, there's a beautiful poem written by Avayar. So the Avayar went to a village. The people are talking that what do you call it? A dispute was there. Some discussion on some point. What was the dispute? Whether the dispute is God is bigger, or what is bigger in this world? What is the biggest thing? What is the most precious things? What is the valuable thing in this world? Then Avaya is looking, everybody asks Avaya, because they were telling, each one is giving one answer. What answer is? Vishnu, Lord Vishnu is the biggest in this world. Then somebody said, Lord Shiva is the biggest. Somebody said, no, Brahma is the biggest. Somebody said, Devi is biggest. Now all this competition. So when Avaya came, they all came to Avaya. Pati means Granny. Oh, Granny, please tell us, who is the greatest? That is the question. So Avaya says, great is this world. The whole world is great. How big it is, you see? Can you go from one point to another point? You understand, during those Chola times, there were no planes. Only horses were there, chariots were there. So from one end to another end of the plane, where you can go, you cannot go into the whole earth, you cannot walk. So the earth is so big. But the earth is kept on the head of Adisesha. Adisesha is holding the head on his, holding this earth on his head. So naturally, Adisesha must be bigger than that. Otherwise, how can the earth be held by someone lesser, weaker than the earth? No. So Adisesha is greater. Like that, one by one he says, finally he comes to Parvati. Parvati, when he comes, says, Parvati also is not the greatest, because Parvati is only half the body of Lord Shiva. Then immediately people shouted, oh, then Lord Shiva is the greatest. He said, no, Lord Shiva also is not the greatest. Why? Because Lord Shiva has taken his residence in the heart of a devotee, so a devotee is the greatest. She comes with that. It's a wonderful poem in Tamil, because most of you don't know Tamil. I'm not reading that poem. So that's a beautiful poem in Avai, written by Avai. So the heart of the devotee is what Lord wants. And here he says, Sadhubir Grasta Hridayaha, he says. Grasta. Grasta means you go and take, suppose some fruits are there. You hold with your two hands and then bring it with you. Grasta, you take it very forcefully. Like that, the devotees have taken me in their heart, so I am helpless. That's a beautiful, the Bhakti Yoga is a beautiful concept of God becoming. That's why Lord Vishnu says to Narada, hey, oh Narada, I'm ready to give you mukti at this instant, but I'm not ready to give you bhakti. Then Narada asks Vishnu, why? What is the problem? The problem is, if I give you mukti, you come and mix with me. That's all over. You are no more there. But if I give you bhakti, I have to become your servant and do whatever you say, ask me to do. I have to become your servant. That is a terrible thing, So I don't want to give you bhakti, he says. So such things are told in Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, these things are good things to understand. How the Lord is so kind to us, he can come down to our level and speak to us. That is what it shows.
Thank you, Maharaj. We have got two more questions. I will invite Mr. Pinaki Chakraborty first to ask his questions. Mr. Chakraborty, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah. Namaskar, Maharaj.
Yes, Namaskar, Pinaki. Yes, tell me.
How are you, Maharaj? You are fine?
Hello, continue. Proceed. What's your question?
My problem is, I have no problem. But here, I have this listening you are telling that first thing, that our Lord is told that no lady should be first and come to me. They should eat and properly eat and come to me. So Ekadashi, he has no bar. And he has no any telling anybody that you should do this for Ekadashi. So why you are giving so importance on Ekadashi?
No, I don't understand your question. Pratish,
No.
can you get it?
Yeah,
Because I was
Maharaj,
clear.
his question is that Thakur has had asked that none of you should fast. She had specifically told ladies that you should not
Ladies.
fast and come to me. So, which means, so that what Pinaki Babu is interpreting as that means he doesn't want people to fast. That means Ekadashi is not not something he was asking people to follow. So, but you spoke about Ekadashi, so he wanted to link both of them.
Okay. There is a slight distinction is there, what Thakur told and what Ekadashi demands. You see, the distinction is when you want to go and meet a holy man, you are not supposed to fill your stomach and then go. It's not a cinema theater. In cinema theater, you can go with filling your stomach. But when you want to see a holy man, early morning you get up. I have seen my sisters, my mother, my grandmother in my childhood age. I've seen in my house, they used to fast and then go to and see the holy man. Shankaracharya used to come to Chennai. Then they would go there to meet. My granny has never eaten before seeing him. That is the respect given to the holy people. So they are coming to Sri Ramakrishna as holy men and they are coming without eating anything. But Sri Ramakrishna was so Karuna-sheel. He says, when you come to me, don't come fasting. Take some food and then come. That's what he said. That is nothing to do with the vratas. The vratas are different style and different category altogether. So Sri Ramakrishna did not say, don't follow Ekadashi, or he did not say, you must observe Ekadashi, he did not say. But if you are interested, because you are a Hindu, you are born into a tradition where Ekadashi Vrata is being observed by your elders. So you also follow that. There is nothing wrong with that. The slight difference, did you notice? Pinaki?
That is okay. That is why I want clarification. That is something told our Lord, and you are telling something.
Because he did not say, don't follow Ekadashi, he did not say. The Lord said that when you come to me, yes, you eat fully, full belly, you come, no problem. Otherwise, their Holy Mother has to cook for them and feed them, you see. That also a trouble for Holy Mother. That also he understood, I think.
That's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other person, Pritish?
Sridevi has raised her hand. Sridevi, do you have a question?
No.
Okay.
It's just, such a beautiful sloka. Pranams, Maharaj.
Yes, namaste.
Bhakta Paradinaha. I have heard a similar sloka, where God is imprisoned in the Bhakta's heart. So I was just trying to see if it is linked to the story that, what Ramakrishna says, even the king himself takes the servant and makes him sit near him. And there is I was just going through ChatGPT about the sloka that I remembered, but I could not get it. There are a couple of slokas that Shiva Mahimna Stotram,
Yes.
where Pushpadanta says something similar. The God is not free anymore because he has to be in the Bhakta's heart.
Yes.
Something similar to that. I was trying to.
It's wonderful, Sridevi. In the Shaiva literature also, one saint, on the four saints, one saint says, I caught you and holding you very tight. Let me see, how do you escape from me?
Yes, sir.
That's also it says. So that's a general view, of God. That God cannot go anywhere. Because chikkana pudithe, enga eluthudu like that is us. So where he will go now? I have like that. These are very wonderful devotional sentiments, We appreciate that.
It's what beautiful imagination.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Pranams, Maharaj.
Namaste. Thank you, Sridevi.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think there is another hand raised, Swarupa Roy.
প্রণাম মহারাজ কোনো কোশ্চেন না প্রণাম মহারাজ কোনো কোশ্চেন না মহারাজ আপনি ভক্তি যোগের কথা বলেন আমরা কথামৃত ওই গানটা পাই না আমি ভক্তি দিতে মুক্তি দিতে কাতর নই ভক্তি দিতে কাতর হই
Correct, correct.
ওই গানটা রেফারেন্সটা মনে পড়লো মহারাজ, তাই
Same
শেয়ার
thing.
করলাম।
So Swarupa from Bangalore, she says in a Bengali language there is a song, bhajan song, that Lord says, I am ready to give you mukti, but not bhakti. The same sentence comes. So that is what she says. Very good. Thank you for reminding us of that song. And I should take leave of all of you. Durga, Durga. Jai Ramakrishna.
প্রণাম
Pranam
মহারাজ।
Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Pranam
প্রণাম
Maharaj.
মহারাজ, প্রণাম।
Pranam.
Thank you, Maharaj.